Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome. My name is Andy. Today's video is going to be a declutter video. I have never filmed a video like this before. However, in my last video I mentioned that I was a very fickle person with skincare and I would buy things and use them for a little bit and then not stop using them. And that kind of got an idea in my head that maybe I should show you guys a lot of the products that I have just stopped using, because this is literally all of my skincare. I have so much skincare and I don't use 90% of it. And so I wanted to show you guys what I have, what I think of all of these products that I have tried out, and if I'm going to keep them or if they're gonna go right on into the garbage can. I'm going to kind of organize it by cleansers, toners, moisturizers, that kind of thing, so that it's not all one big splat in your face. So it is just going to be organized into different sections. But do not forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy my videos, and let's just get into it. So we are going to start off with cleansers, and these are currently all of the cleansers that I own, which is way too many for one person, and so we are just going to go through each of these. I have tried them all out and I'm just going to tell you my thoughts and whether I'm going to keep them or get rid of them. So this first one is the Biore Baking Soda Cleanser, and this is actually a powder cleanser. Basically you just mix this with water and it is supposed to help with your pores. And this one I have only tried, I believe, 3 times. I didn't take it to college with me, and so I haven't tried it very much. And so I do think that I'm going to keep this simply because I do want to try it out a little bit more, but I can't really give too much of an opinion on it yet. So I'm going to head and put this in the keep pile. This next one is the Olay Fresh Effects Clear Skin Acne Hater Deep Scrub, and this is basically an exfoliating cleanser, and I have used quite a bit of this. It is almost empty, but I'm really just kind of out of it. Like, I really just don't care about it anymore. I have ones that I like more, and so I don't think that I'm going to keep this one simply because I don't really have any reason to, and so I am going to go ahead and toss that one. Next one is the Clean and Clear Advantage Acne Control 3-in-1 Foaming Wash, and this is basically supposed to be specifically for acne prone skin, and that's the reason that I got it, was because I was struggling with acne. But this one is just so annoying to me because the cap completely fell off. The pump was really difficult to use, and I just honestly didn't have the patience for it. It might be a good cleanser, it might not, but I just don't have the patience to try and work with this pump and try and figure out everything that's going on. And so I do think that I'm either going to toss this one or give it away, so I am going to put that in the toss pile. So this is the L'Oreal Paris Go 360 Ideal Clean Deep Cleansing Exfoliating Scrub, and this did come with a little brush on it, and I did lose that. But anyways, I did really like this cleanser. It was a really good exfoliating cleanser, but as you can probably tell, it is pretty much gone. And so I am going to go ahead and get rid of this one simply because it's almost empty. So this next cleanser you guys have probably seen before. It is my Garnier Skin Active Gentle Sulfate Free Cleanser, and I absolutely love this cleanser. It removes my makeup so well. I think that it cleans my skin really well, and so I am of course going to be keeping this one. I love that it has a pump on it that is so convenient, and I love that it is this really big tub because I have been using it for quite a while and I still have some left. So once this one does run out, I will buy a new one, but I currently still have quite a bit of it, so I am going to keep this. This next one is the H2O Beauty Elements Keep It Fresh Face Cleanser, and I kind of don't really have an opinion on this cleanser. I got it in an Ipsy bag and I've used it quite a few times. It is mostly gone. It's just kind of a basic cleanser. There's nothing really special about it. It's just kind of basic. I'm going to go ahead and be throwing this one out. So my last cleanser is this Amie Naturally Kind New Leaf Deep Exfoliating Polish Correcting Exfoliant. Holy crap, that's a long name, but basically it is just an exfoliating cleanser, and I am going to keep this one because, as you can see, I got rid of my other 2 exfoliating cleansers, and so I am going to go ahead and keep this one. This is another one that I got in an Ipsy bag, and it's just a basic exfoliating cleanser. There's nothing really special about it, but I am going to go ahead and keep it because I do want an exfoliator. So that is it for my cleansers. These 3 are the ones I'm going to be keeping, and then these ones I am going to be tossing out. So next up is moisturizers, and these are all of the moisturizers that I have. I have a couple oils in here, but I figured I would include them in the moisturizers because that is what I use them for, and I only have 2 of them. So starting at the end of the line, once again, this is the Simple Protecting Light Moisturizer with SPF 15. And I used to use this a lot. I used to like it, but I really just don't use it anymore. It's a just fine moisturizer, and it does have a little bit of SPF, but it doesn't have enough SPF that I really care to keep it for that. It's only SPF 15, and that's really just not good enough for putting on your face alone. So I am going to be getting rid of this one because it really isn't anything special and I don't really use it anymore. Next up is the Olay Total Effects 7-in-1 Moisturizer, and I think I have mentioned this a couple times on my channel. It is a moisturizer that I really do like. My mom actually recommended this one to me, and it's basically just a lotion moisturizer, and it's really good for anti-aging. I do think I'm going to keep this one simply because it's almost empty and I might as well use the rest of it up because it is a pretty good moisturizer. This one is a little bit more expensive, so I don't necessarily recommend it to anyone because it is a little bit pricey and it's really not special. But I think if you have more mature skin and you're looking for more of the anti-aging properties, this one might be a little bit more interesting to you. But if you're younger like I am and the anti-aging properties aren't really that important to you, then I wouldn't suggest this one because it is a little bit pricey. So next up is this Immeasurable Difference Lavender Hydrating Oil, and I am going to be keeping this one simply because the bottle is really pretty. It has actual lavender in it, if you can see, and it has a really pretty dropper and it's clear, and I just think that the packaging is gorgeous. I don't necessarily use it very much on my face anymore. I used to, but I really just noticed that it made my face a little bit too oily. So if you don't like the look of this bottle, then I wouldn't suggest purchasing it. I am going to keep it because I like the packaging, but I don't really suggest buying it. Next up is my Freemen Beauty Infusion Brightening Overnight Mask. If you watched my nighttime skincare routine, then you would have seen this product. This is my current nighttime moisturizer, and I absolutely love this moisturizer. It is a gel formula, which is my favorite. I love gels a lot more than creams. I feel like they're more hydrating, and I have been using this pretty much every night since I got it, and I'm totally in love with it, so I am of course going to be keeping it. And I do really recommend this to anyone who is looking for something that is super hydrating. I absolutely love this product, and it is only a few dollars. So this next product is the Tarte Maracuja Oil, and this is another one that I did mention in a video a couple months back. I did used to use this as a moisturizer, but as you can see, it's pretty much gone, and I honestly really don't use it anymore. So I do think that I'm going to be getting rid of this because there is no point in keeping something that I don't use. And this last one is the Dr. Lily Fan Probiotic Recovery Cream, and this is just a moisturizer that I got in an Ipsy bag. It's a super small version. I do think I'm going to keep it simply because I haven't used it very much and I want to use it up. I don't really have any opinions on it because I've only used it a couple of times, but I am going to keep this one. So I didn't do great in the moisturizer department for decluttering. I am keeping 4 and only getting rid of 2, but I am glad that I'm getting rid of these 2 because I really don't use them, and I will use these 3 for my actual face, and I will use this probably in a background at some point or for decoration at some point, so I don't feel too bad for keeping 4 and getting rid of 2, but that is it for the moisturizer department. So this next section is kind of random. I have 2 toners, 2 acne fighting products, and a sunscreen product. So I kind of thought I would group them all together because I don't have very many of them. The first thing is this Super Goop Play SPF 50 sunscreen oil, and I am going to be keeping this simply because it is the only thing that I have that has SPF for my face, and I use this all the time when I know I'm going to be out in the sun and I don't want to get my face sunburned. And this is SPF 50, and so that is really good. That's pretty much as good as it gets, and so I am going to be keeping this product. Next up is the Clean and Clear Persa Gel 10 Maximum Strength Acne Fighting Cream, and this is basically a spot treatment, and I have noticed that this does dry out acne pretty well, and so I am going to be keeping this. Since I don't get acne as often anymore, I don't use this product a ton, but I do use it sometimes, and so I am going to be keeping this. And then this is my Curology. I kind of got it on a whim. I had heard a lot about it, and so I sent in my pictures, I got my prescription, and honestly, I didn't really see any noticeable differences. I wasn't really impressed by this, and I do have quite a bit of it left, but I do think that I'm going to get rid of it. And I'm not saying that Curology is bad, because I know that they prescribe a different mixture of things for every different type of skin problem, and so maybe it would work better for you, but it didn't really work for me, and so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one. So moving on to toners, I only have two, and this is the Thayer's Witch Hazel Toner, and once again I included this in my nighttime skincare routine. I am loving this toner so far. I haven't used it for a very long time, but I am really liking it, and so I am going to be keeping that. And then last is this Simple Soothing Facial Toner, and this is just a product that I really don't use anymore. I don't see any point in keeping it. It was just a toner. I didn't notice any difference in my face when I used this. It wasn't bad, it wasn't good. I'm just gonna get rid of it because I don't use it anymore. So the last section of this skincare declutter is masks, and I have way too many masks and I don't use way too many of them, and so we're gonna get rid of quite a few of these. The first thing that I wanted to mention are these Biore pore strips. These are the charcoal version of them. I only have one left in this package, but I am definitely going to be getting rid of this. I don't know if I am the only one, but I feel like pore strips are kind of a farce. I feel like everyone buys them, but no one is ever satisfied with the results. I think that they're pretty much useless. The only thing that I ever really get off of my face when I use these is like those tiny minuscule hairs. There's really never any blackheads or anything actually in the strip, but I always buy them again. No matter how many times I'm disappointed, I always keep buying them. And so I'm finally just going to get rid of this, and I'm not going to buy them again. Next up is this Freemen Feeling Beautiful Face Enzyme Pineapple Mask, and this is supposed to be basically an exfoliating mask. It says it exfoliates and renews and refreshes. And I do like this mask. I have used it quite a bit, but I honestly don't really notice any difference in my skin after I use this, and it exfoliates well, but as you'll see in a minute, I have one that exfoliates better, and so I do think I'm going to get rid of this one simply because it's really not that special and I don't use it all that often. This next one is by the same brand. It is the Freemen Charcoal and Black Sugar Polishing Mask. And this is a mask that I absolutely love simply because it is so incredibly exfoliating. It exfoliates the crap out of my face, it gets all of the stuff off, and it leaves my skin feeling very soft and smooth. And so I am going to keep this one because I love the way that it makes my skin feel, and I do recommend this to anyone who is looking for a good exfoliator. The next mask is the Formula 10.0.6 Bee Berry Smooth Moisturizing Peel Mask. And I am definitely going to be getting rid of this mask because it is a peel mask, but it never actually gets completely dry. So when you go to peel it off, you really can't peel parts of your face. You have to just kind of wash them off because it stays goopy. It doesn't get to that point where you can just peel it off. It stays goopy, and I really don't feel like it does anything for my face. And so I'm just going to get rid of it because whenever I use it, I'm disappointed. Next up is this Global Beauty Care Charcoal Wash Off Mask. And I have to admit to you guys, I have never used this. I got it in an Ipsy bag and then I never used it. So I am going to be keeping it because I do want to try it out. It's supposed to be a deep cleansing mud mask, which I really do enjoy these type of masks, so I am going to keep it and try it out. And this last mask is the Queen Helene Mint Julep Mask, and this is just a clay mask, and I did like this mask the couple times that I used it. I really didn't notice any difference in my skin, and I don't have any reason to keep it because I don't use it very often, and so I am going to be getting rid of this one. So this is the final results with my masks. I do think I did pretty good on this one because I'm only keeping 2 and I'm getting rid of 4. And these are ones that I'm sure that I will use, so I am happy that I'm keeping these. And these ones I am also pretty happy that I'm getting rid of because I really just never use them. So that is it for this skincare declutter video. This is all of the things that I am getting rid of. So quite a bit of stuff. That'll leave a lot of room in my bathroom that I currently did not have. And so that is it for this video because my camera is like 30 seconds from dying and I need to get out of here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy my videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!